Hey, Ed here from 10,000 Foot View, and I've got another Google Ads quick tip for you today. So this time around, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to analyze a list of keywords and provide relevance scores for those. And this utility is particularly useful for a number of things. So the first thing is if you're creating a new campaign and you have generated a long keyword list, perhaps with SEMrush or directly in Google Ads. Of course, you're going to have to go through those and subjectively choose which ones are appropriate to start your campaign with. And if you've got a small budget, you're probably going to want to use some pretty high precision for that. So this can, facilitate, make that job a lot faster. Another application is if you are working with a long list of search terms from your queries report, you can dump those into ChatGPT and identify keywords that could potentially be good to add back into your campaign. And there are many other uses as well. But the idea being here, you've got a long list of keywords. Normally you'd need to go through manually and kind of pull out the ones that you think are the most relevant to use in a campaign. And with this, you can, of course, shortcut that and do it in just a minute. So here's the sample query or prompt, and I'm going to put this in the video notes so that you can reuse this. So in this example, I'm saying put these keywords into an Excel compatible table. If you don't say Excel compatible, sometimes you'll get an image, which of course you can't scrape the keywords from the image, and score or organize them by relevance for a company that buys homes for cash in Toronto. And so the last bit is a description of the company, or it could be a description of the offer for which the keywords are going to be used. And that's how Google will, that's how ChatGPT will score the relevance based on what the application is. So I've got the prompt and I'm going to add in my keywords. And in this case, I think I've got about 30 here. They're all phrase match, which doesn't matter. And I go ahead and hit enter. And it's giving me an answer instead of the results that I'm at. It's interesting. This is a completely different type of result than the last time. I did this exact same prompt and I got scoring from 1 to 5, and it actually provided a downloadable spreadsheet. So low, medium, high is okay. Give me some more details here. So, I mean, this shows you don't always get what you expect. And in fact, an identical query can generate a different result. So refine this table, scoring relevance from 1 to 5, and organize from highest. Okay. So one thing I've noticed that's interesting here, well, I guess Toronto scored 5, so that's okay. I would think like a word with Toronto in it would score much higher than some of these others. So there's no accounting for taste, but I mean, the main thing is here, ChatGPT has organized these for me, so I can assume anything in the 5 group is going to be highly relevant. Anything in a 1 is not. And so this one's interesting, right? Buy for cash in Calgary. Well, Calgary is not the market of interest, so definitely put that one in a lower relevance. Sell townhouse, very non-specific, right? No mention of cash. no mention of Toronto. Sell home as is actually performs really, really well in this type of campaign, but according to Google, not that relevant. And that's because my description doesn't mention as is, right? So if I wanted to get more specific, I could then go through and kind of think about different ad groups and how the keywords would fit into different themed ad groups. And I might have an as is ad group, which is common for a house flipping campaign, in which case, obviously, the relevance to that particular offer or creative would be much higher. So, it's not a perfect system. It can be garbage in, garbage out, but it can definitely help you expedite a task like this when you have a long list. This one's only 30 keywords. If you had one that was 500 keywords, obviously this would be a lot more helpful of a tool. So yeah, hopefully this is something you find useful when working with your campaigns and keywords. And that is it for today. I will see you next time.